Okay. Effect of OMKAR as a therapy on the mind and the body. What are therapeutical benefits are? OMKAR has been mentioned in Mandukya Upanishad and mainly segregate the sound of OMKAR in 4 stages as follows. Vaikari Vani, Akar in the loud voice, which affects the abdomen and all the abdomen related disorders which are liver dysfunctioning, spleen, pancreatic problems. Okay. Panchama, Ukar in a low pitch voice, that is of thyroid, parathyroid, partly to the respiratory system also. Okay. Pashyanti, Mamakar, that is Brahmari, like a sound resembling Brahmari. Here the lips are closed in Makar and in loud voice. Okay. In the practical side, when you recite the Brahmari, 1 minute, 1 minute. The phone is. Yeah. In the practical side, when you recite the Brahmari, you have to close the lips and rotate the tongue on the upper palate, hard palate, to get a better effect of the Omkar. There is all the research product which has been done on the, you can see on the Wikipedia, research on the Brahmani and research on the Omkara as a therapeutic effect. Okay. And the Para, that is a full Nadanusandhan or a Samadhi stage in Patanjali Yoga Sutra or Nadanusandhan as per Atharva Pradipika. Full Nada of Omkar. This stage tranquilizes the mind in a very relaxed state. Okay. The Akar in the Vaikari Vani has an effect on the respiratory system, abdominal and throat infections. The Ukar in the Vaikari Vani has an impact on the ENT portion of the body, ear, nose, throat of the body. So ear also, nose also, throat also. The Ukar on the Madhyama Vani has more effect on the nervous system and less on the ENT. Ukar. And the recitation of Makar without Akar and Ukar has the effect on the nerves emanating from the nervous system. So all the nerves which are emanating, they are emanating from the nervous system. Okay, which are, some are connected to the spines, some are connected to various organs and all. Okay. Apart from yoga and meditation, has a positive effect on the physical and the mental health. Omkar chanting also comes under the ambit of meditation. The Om mantra is also considered as the very name and the absolute. Om meditation not only affects the various parts of the brain, such as prefrontal cortex, vagus nerves, and others, it also affects the heart rate and the respiratory rate. Considering the healing effects of Om meditation, through research has been done to explore all the relevant work done in the field of Om meditation. Studies of meditation are categorized under 4 different heads: neuroimagining studies, EEG studies, electroencephalogram. An electroencephalogram EEG is a test used to find out the problems related to electrical activity of the brain, and EEG tracks and record the brain waves patterns. Electroencephalogram EEG studies. Pre and post. The wavelengths are measured and the EEG has been categorized and come to a positive result. How the Omkar has the effect on the nervous system. Yeah. Yeah, uncle को देखे इधर गोपीनाथन मगन कंड Ashwin.
Hello Ashwin, how are you?
Yeah.
Harkanda Ashwin.
Yeah. Evoked potential studies and other method studies. The existing research evidence the capability on Om meditation in curing the anxiety and depression. So all, see, any getting anger is a psychiatric disease. Getting a slight level of anger also is a psychiatric disease. So it has helped continuous recitation of Omkara has a curing effect on the anxiety and depression. The effects of the Omkara supplemented with the allopathic medicines or the Ayurvedic medicines when taken accelerates the recovery. Okay, accelerates the recovery and speeds up the recovery. Okay. Psychological Thought 2019 volume so received so and so these are the Wikipedia references and all. Irna India the National Artistic Studies Civil. Okay, that is we are not to go much into detail. These are the research slides with them taken. Now, what is the secretion level which takes place on the pineal gland? Melatonin is produced by various tissues in the body. Although the major source is the pineal gland in the brain, melatonin blue is produced naturally from the amino acids trapped by the pineal gland, purple at night time. Here it is, near the on the left side as on the left side of the brain. Okay, night. So near the pituitary gland, which is the father of the endocrine glands, is situated the pineal gland. The pineal gland may the hormone which is secreted is the melatonin. Okay, and this melatonin has an important part in tranquilizing the mind. As Omkara as a derivation on the tranquilizing the mind. So nighttime is detected by reduced light entering the eyes, and the arrow shows the melatonin secretion signal sent by the optic nerve to the pineal gland once the darkness has fallen. So optic nerve is the nerve which takes the light, velocity of light to the mind receptor and making it emanate as the light. Okay, it travels at a very high speed of the light. Okay, so the signals to the brain as a receptor goes on very fast. Okay, now the production and the release of the melatonin from the pineal gland occurs with a clear daily rhythm with peak level occurring at night once it's produced. It is secreted into the bloodstream and cerebrospinal fluid, which is the spinal fluid which is situated at a medulla level, at the medulla and the cervical part. Okay, cerebrospinal fluid, the fluid around the brain and the spinal cord. That is just at the starting of the ending of the brain, which medulla oblongata and the spinal cord coordinated that. With that, it is situated and conveys the signal to distant organs. Melatonin is carried by the circulation from the brain to all the areas of the body. Okay. Yogic practice for 3 months resulted in an improvement in cardiorespiratory performance and psychological profile. The plasma melatonin also showed an increase after the 3 months of yogic practices. Okay. The systolic blood pressure and the diastolic blood pressure, mean arterial pressure, and the orthostatic tolerance did not show any significant correlation with the plasma melatonin. Melatonin is what the hormone which is secreted from the pineal gland and gives a direction to all the parts of the body. Okay. Now the plasma which is there also showed an increase after 3 months of yogic practice. The systolic blood pressure, the diastolic blood pressure, mean arterial pressure, and the orthostatic tolerance did not show any significant correlation with plasma melatonin. Okay. However, the maximum nighttime melatonin levels in yoga group showed a significant correlation with well-being score. So, what is the conclusion? These observations suggest that yogic practices and Omkar meditation can be used as a psychophysiological stimuli to increase the endogenous secretion of melatonin, which in turn might be responsible for improved sense of well-being. Okay, this actually comes under yoga and well-being, but it is taken as an additional topic. It's one of my favorite topics, which is there. Visualization of Omkar meditation focusing on dharana which gets emerged as a dhyana. Okay. Continuous focusing on the image of the Omkara. Omkar sadhana. All the 4 parts of the Omkar has its own significance. Okay. The U of the first part, the second part, the third part, and the fourth part here with the bindu part. Okay, the image of the slowly we start speeding up the thought by increasing the frequency and contraction and expansion, like flickering of light, and we speed up the thought as fast as we can. If you see Prajapati and Brahma Kumari ashram, they have the concept of open eyes meditation. They concentrate continuously on the meditation part of it, on the with the open eyes. So there was a lot of arguments and discussion on this level, and various yogic schools are discussed with this Brahma Kumari. Why you go with the open eyes? When open eyes is there, naturally the thoughts goes on increasing in the external world. Whatever the thoughts are there, will not allow you to concentrate as you have been doing in the closed eyes. Seeing the visualization of Omkara and closing the eyes and introspecting what you have seen will give a better result. That's what all the yogacharyas have stated. But their concepts are very clear. They have come out with the conclusion that studies have shown the open eyes meditation has given a lot of result on the continuous concentration. They say, as per Patanjali Yoga Sutra, they enter into dharana and dhyana stage. They have got a better vehicle for the attain to the samadhi level or attain to the pure consciousness or nirvana state, whatever it is. Okay. Slowly we decrease the speed of the thought and then we stop the thoughts. Okay. The visualization of Omkar with the closed eyes is based on the principle of mind imagination MIRT, based on Manomaya Kosha research from SVS. SVS has come out of the Panchakoshas on Annamaya Kosha, the cyclic meditation, and Pranamaya Kosha, pranic reaction technique, mind sound resonance technique of MSRT, mind sound resonance technique. Then you have to MEMT on the Vijnanamaya Kosha level, and Anandamaya Kosha level is a different concept of relaxation. So they are born with the technique of MIRT, that is mind imaginary taken, which is based on the Manomaya Kosha. The importance of the rays emanating from Omkar is seen through the dharana and defocus to dhyana, and ultimately tranquil the mind and thereby decreasing the impact from the psychosomatic ailments. Now, what are the psychosomatic ailments? What we have seen before is anxiety and depression. Please remember, these are all additional therapy. You can go for mudra therapy also. Okay, continuous concentration of certain mudras, with your neck side and all. You know, as apna friend will be able to explain much better. He's well proficient in this. Okay, this is the short synopsis of what we have stated. Okay. Okay, Gopinath, you can see. Education is meaning, definition, goal, role of importance in education in human excellence. Okay. Education is the manifestation of divine perfection already existing in a man. So we go to the detailed definition of education. Then we come to the yogic education. Okay. There are two different Latin roots of the English word education. They are educare, which means to train or to mold, and educare meaning to lead out. See, here they see the difference. Gopinathan, educare, C-A-R-E, which means to train or mold, and educare, C-E-R-E, meaning to lead out. See the difference. While the two means are quite different, they are both represented by the word education. Okay. To train or to mold. I am giving you education. So I am the teacher and you are the student. Educare means to lead out. Meaning I am allowing you to lead to the forefront and go and further take the classes. That is education. Imparting education to go and take the further classes. Go and teach yoga. Go and spread out the classes. Spread out education of yoga. Okay. The term educate means to bring up, to rise, and to nourish, to train or mold. Okay. Education are Shiksha and Vidya. The goddess is Saraswati. Shiksha was derived from Sha, meaning to control or to discipline. Shiksha. Shiksha is not punishment. शिक्षा इज एज्युकेशन. ओके. त्यांनी शिक्षण घेतलं का? त्यांनी ते शिक्षा किती झाली? हा, आपण त्याला शिक्षा देऊया, दॅट इज डिफरंट. तो शिक्षा वेगळा आहे. मराठीत आपण लिहिलं तर आहे ना. आपण त्याला शिक्षा दिली, त्याला शिक्षा मिळालीच पाहिजे. एज्युकेशन नाही तिकडे, तिकडे पनिशमेंट. इकडे शिक्षा आपण म्हणतो ते इज एज्युकेशन. त्याला किती शिक्षण झालं त्याचं? ते शिक्षण बरंच झालं त्याचं, म्हणजे त्याला क्वालिफिकेशन बरंच मिळालं. ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड डिफरन्स. गोपीनाथन got the point. Shiksha and Shikshan. Okay. And derived from the Sha, meaning to control or to discipline. Term Vidya is derived from Vid, means to know. Okay. Ancient Indian thinkers. Rig Veda, education man, self-reliant and others. Upanishad, the end product of education is to get salvation. Shankaracharya, education is the realization of the self. Kautilya, education is training for the country and love for the nation. Modern thinkers, Dayanand, what is this concept of education? Means for the character formation and righteous living. You agree with this? I fully agree with it. Means for character development and righteous living, education. You can see between an uneducated person and an educated person. Okay, the way he talks, the way he behaves. His background is about the education and the culture which has been brought in. If the person is a skilled worker who has hardly passed 5th standard or 10th standard, or an ITI worker, there will be a lot of difference in the way he behaves, the way he talks and all, which may not be acceptable to the society or to the friends of his, or to the same grade patients may accept it, but a higher standard of society may not accept him as a colleague or as a friend because of his behavior and pattern and lack of education. Okay. Aurobindo, education means helping the growing soul to draw out that is in it itself. Here the concept is of the spirituality. Igniting the soul from Atma to realization state at the Paramatma. Or we call it the better in the yogic terminologies, the union between the soul and the Almighty, or the Atma and the Paramatma. Here Aurobindo has talked about the spirituality. Tagore says, education, Rabindranath Tagore says, enable the mind to find out the ultimate truth. It gives us the wealth of inner life and love and gives significance to life. In a yoga philosophy or Bhagavad Gita, we have stated, we have known what is knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is not gaining qualification or gaining the studies. No. Developing the scriptural studies, the study of the Vedas and Upanishads, will lead to the transformation and ultimate realization of the pure consciousness. Okay. So that is what Tagore says. The inner light and gives such significance to life. Plato says education is the capacity to feel pleasure and pain at the right moment. Okay. Aristotle, education is the creation of sound mind in a sound body. Formal, education is the unfoldment, what is already unfolded in the germ. Nelson Mandela, the recent last Prime Minister of America, Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which is creating a problem. Which you can use it to change the world. Educate the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Okay. What is important Bhagavad Gita slow? यस्य नास्ति स्वयं य प्रज्ञा शास्त्रं तस्य करोति किम लोचादव्यम विहीनस्य दर्पणम किम करिष्यति. One who does not have his own intellectual insight, what can the scriptures do for him? What can a mirror do to one who is blind in the eyes? Lochanavyam vihinasya darpana. Darpana means the mirror. Kim karishyati. Why it should be done? तर मराठी तरी ज्याला विचारायची विचारशक्ती नाही त्याला शास्त्राभ्यासाचा काय उपयोग. ज्याला डोळे नसतील त्याच्यासाठी आरसा काय करणार. जस्ट फॉर इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफ व्हॉट इज दॅट. ओके. न चौरार्यम न चौरस्य, but it can neither be plundered by a thief nor can be squeezed by the king, can be divided by brothers not, and does not fall in the consumption. The more the education is spent, the more it goes. Okay. I'll set this properly and Bhavadarasya Namaskaram. No, I'll set it right properly. Okay. Now, see, we are very often reciting the starting prayer Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirskamaya, Mrityoma Amrudamaya. Let us lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from the darkness to the light, lead us from the fear to the knowledge of immortality. Ignorance on one side is exactly opposite to the knowledge which we gain. Okay. Asat, true, unreal, not existing, ma, not. Okay. Sat, truth, existence, mean Gamaya, need to tamas, darkness, ignorance. Okay. So it is nothing but unreal to real, darkness to light, tamasoma, jyotis Gamaya, from fear of death, amritam Gamaya, to the knowledge of immortality. Today I am sitting here, tomorrow my number will come, I will have to go. That is imminent. Every birth has a death. Okay. Today I say I can do that, I can do that. Tomorrow I may not be there. Such things happen to yoga teachers, well-trained yoga teachers. Makarand Gore, Dr. Makarand Gore, Kaviladam, very healthy. So many examples are there. Okay. Now, preparation for when responsible citizens of exemplary character is thus the true aim of education. The aim of education. Education should not only serve to develop one's intelligence and skills, but also help to broaden one's outlook and make one useful for society and the world at large. Overcome the social prejudice. This is probably the most important benefit of education. Social evils and beliefs can really hold back the growth and development of a society and a country. So, to overcome this and understand and explain the things with the logic and reasoning, educated minds are very much essential. One's enlightened mind can lead up 1,000 more. Education used in the proper way also helps to relieve the crime and restore the law and order. Okay. Just now I told you about the uneducated person and an educated person. The criminality rate committed by an educated person is comparatively less to the person is this much. Political people, how did they plan the criminality? I did not tell you. Okay. Nature, talent, and pursuit of the dreams. Every human has dreams and aspirations. So education is a medium to pursue and fulfill them. It increases the knowledge of a person in different fields of studies. It helps to determine a path to follow and express your talent in the world. Recent in outflow of the students to USA and Canada for higher studies. Once settled down, they will not come back. Okay. Huh? Education opens up the new ways and ideas to ponder. It cultivates a young mind to think out of the box and explore the different things in life. Education also helps to know about things and stay healthy, fit, and follow the productivity lifestyle. You have seen the difference between younger students who go for the higher studies. Their way of thinking are much advanced than the person who is 50 years old or is in the verge of retirement. His way of thinking is too different. We take in the same strata of society, bankers, you take the advancement of technology in the banking field as compared to the our days in old style banking are much different. The technology has advanced to such an extent that it cannot be met. Okay. The research and the development which has been taken place. The introduction by Microsoft and various Intels and all various types of softwares which have been introduced has gone to the advancement of technology and leading to a very faster growth. Okay. In all spheres of activity. Contribute to bigger growth. Education is way of academic excellence and pave the path for the economic growth of the country. Research and development in sectors like technology, medicine, and others break through the innovation and progressive mindset. All of these are fruits of education, which takes a nation and its people forward. Educated people contribute towards advancement in every sectors. Knowledge, wisdom, and exposure. Education opens up every channel of knowledge and wisdom. It exposes us to a whole new world of information, invent the new things, and know how we can make our surroundings a better place to live and outer lives to a greater and better uses. As Nansen says, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. When the world is busy getting equipped with the deadly weapons and machinery, it is very important to understand that education is the real asset that can develop an individual as well as a nation. Recent example is of Corona, where India developed the medicines, or Pune Serum Institute of India. What is his name? Punawala. That I forgot his name. Punawala. The research field has come out with the medicine of Corona, antivirus medicines and all, which has not only propagated in India but all over the world. Okay, so these are the research field which has taken place. Okay, so these are the main use of the education and the intelligence level, which are useful to the society at large. Role of education in the quality of life. Education is a source of knowledge, skill, and capacity. Education is the light of life. Education helps to create the awareness by removing the misconceptions. Education helps to attain quality of life. Educated people have quality better than an uneducated person. Educated people can develop the knowledge and skill through education. Importance of education for quality of life. Education is very important among all of us. The fact which is commonly nothing to deny among any. The education which transforms a person to live a better life and more importantly in the social well-being. It educates us with all needs, attributes in leading our life in a proper lifestyle. Education thus makes a remarkable effect on one's personality. Getting educated and finally earning a professional degree prepares you to do your part and contribute to the good organization, companies, and institutions. I did not go much about it. Everyone knows. Education is the one which provides us the trust in getting ahead and doing something constructive in our near future. Education involves gathering of knowledge in whatever respect it helps a person to draw the best or of their mind and spirit. Education plays a vital role in the personal growth and social development among all of us. It imparts us with all the power and necessities in making a noticeable remark in any of the field. Importance of education. The educated and skilled members of the family gets an opportunity of employment without any difficulty. Educated and capable members of family are able to fulfill the basic requirements of family easily. Huh? Education in every sense, the fundamental factors of development of the country can achieve the economic development. Without develop, no country can achieve the economic development. No country can develop. No country can achieve any economic development without education. Okay, thank you. This is the basic education. For only 4.1 part we are doing there. Tomorrow we'll go for 4.2 to 4.5. Okay.